It's the first of 6 games here on Super Wild Card Weekend, and we are underway on EA Sports. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. They'll start with a run by Tracy. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up second down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4. Right back to Tracy. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
And this is what you want to do in the first half of a playoff game. Get the running game established. He was a big part of their run to a division title. So they're going to ride him to carry a heavy load here in the playoffs. He rips off a nice run there.
They'll look to throw now on first down. A short throw, and that's hauled in by Mayer. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 10 more there and another first down.
They're going to empty the backfield here, so you know this ball's likely to come out quick. They let the 4 outside receivers run deeper routes, and then let the tight end just make a beeline across the formation. He's able to make the catch and turn it into good yardage and a first down.
Tracy going to get it on first down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. And his kick is absolutely perfect. Every possession in the postseason magnified. And look, it's just the opening drive. They didn't get the touchdown they wanted, but at least they got on the board.
They got on the board. They've got their home crowd into it as well. And remember, in the playoffs, the game slows down a little bit, so every point is precious.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. That's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down for a nice little gain. In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. Now it's Jackson. That is caught by Josh Oliver, the former San Jose State Spartan. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down. From the gun, it's Jackson. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Jackson now. He's going to let it go again. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. A big play there. 44 yards. And the Ravens are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. Well, Charles, here in their opening series, they said they had certain plays scripted for certain players. That looked like a well-designed play to get one of their top targets involved.
Yeah, let's face it, Brandon. A player of his talent is a problem for any opponent to defend, and we saw it right there. They tried to deny an open lane to him. He still outplayed the coverage and scored the early touchdown. Good luck trying to figure out how to defend him as this game moves on.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42. Great return.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Sanders from the gun, he'll throw. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Third down and 13. Back to throw. Sanders flush to his right. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, obviously searching for their first touchdown this game, partner, and that quick 3 and out, that's not going to achieve that at all. Give victory to the secondary there. They brought out tight coverage on that third down snap.
And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. He'll go right back to St. Brown. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. So with the completed pass and the yardage they got, they'll decline the penalty.
So obviously more yards on the pass completion than they would have gained with the penalty. They did the math. They did it well, and it works for them. So
in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10. Down at the 33. Up the middle. Here's Henderson. A nice move he had, but can't break away. And he's brought down just inside the 30. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. They go play action now. Jackson sliding out of the pocket. And that'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Hill is not going to get back to the line of scrimmage as they'll tackle him at the 3. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Now it's Jackson. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. From 3 yards out, and the Ravens are able to widen their advantage. Tucker with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in the landing zone, this will come out to the 20. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn things around quickly. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Looking to throw. Sanders. That's complete. It's Brian Thomas. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 25 yards there on the catch and run. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. No gain, and it's second down.
That's a nice job defensively to make sure everyone was accounted for, because ordinarily you pick up the guys downfield and sometimes you forget about the running back. In this case, they did not and dropped him for no gain.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Danielle Hunter drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Jaguars first down on what will be a big play there on 4th and long. A gain of 26 and a conversion there as well on 4th down. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
A quick throw, but incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Off the play fake. Sanders. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on third down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And his kick is good. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think
he's got him in, complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Rashad Bateman in the final seconds of the first half. And the Ravens will extend their lead here just before halftime. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is up to 15 now. So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 20-yard line. Here's Sanders. A final shot before break. Buying time to his left. And now he'll let this one go deep. Back over the middle. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback. And the third quarter will start from the 30. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they've been the better of the two teams through 2 quarters of play, much to the chagrin of this home crowd.
Yeah, this score is a surprise to a lot of folks at home, although not to my dad. He predicted the visitors would win. And maybe to the folks in the stadium. But you know who was not a surprise to, partner? This team with the football. They were very confident coming in.
2nd and 10. They go play action with Jackson. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
To throw is Jackson. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down. The Ravens send their punter out now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
Back to throw. Sanders. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 54 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
But what they're seeking with an RPO is space for the receiver to make a catch and then make a play downfield, but there wasn't any space available, thus the incompletion.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Pushing his way through. There he goes, right side. And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up 1st and goal at the 5. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. After the interception, here's Jackson. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Noah Fant, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Ravens continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead opens up now to 22 points.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
2nd and 11. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be forced out of bounds all the way down inside the 20. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 52 yards.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success.
And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Nnamdi Madubuike gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Throw right side, pulled in by Mayer. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Michael Mayer, 27 yards. And the Jaguars get a bit closer. So the Jags will keep the offense out there as they'll decide to go for 2. They'll try and run it here. And he is not going to get in here. So the decision to go for 2 does not pay off as they're unable to cut any further into their deficit. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Now they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Play action. Now Jackson. Flushed out right. And he'll just get rid of it.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
Third quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's 2nd and 10. On the move to his left. On ill-advised throw, back over the middle, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Jags are going to take over at their own 41. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, third quarter, but that not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's a 2nd and 7. Off play action. Sanders. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. And keep in mind, in addition to the 2 sacks that he now has, CD, he's also had a couple of quarterback hurries. He's been very disruptive.
To put it mildly, and it reminds me of the time I asked an offensive tackle who struggled like this in a game, he said he was telling the coach, hey, what do you want me to do? This guy's just eating me alive. And the coach finally just looked at him and said, applaud.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Eluding the pressure right. And this one is incomplete. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. The slot man in motion right. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
That could have been a huge play, but give the defender credit. Stayed calm, stayed collected, and kept himself in a position to make a play on the ball without a penalty.
Henderson running straight ahead. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. They run the toss with Henderson. And despite the fancy footwork we saw, they'll get to him just inside the 15. Tackled by Jonathan Grenard. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson, a 13-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 23. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Here's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Sanders. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it. And the return will stop right around the 25. Well, I guess an interception at this point on 4th down is just as bad as an incomplete pass. Either way, the ball goes over.
You wanna try to beat the force, I wanna try to defeat the law. You wanna be with me, of course. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more, see some more, see some more, see some more, see some more. Soul gonna rise when I leave this corpse. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more.
Don't be afraid of the bounce. See when your things levels got changed, you get mouth. How can I walk in doubt? Never been a beg, never been a loud mouth. Pen can go for days. I'm obsessed with it, can't change my ways. So blessed with it, what can I say? Top form staying in shape.
You wanna try to beat the force, I wanna try to defeat the law. You wanna be with me, of course. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more, see some more, see some more, see some more, see some more. Soul gonna rise when I leave this corpse. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more.
I'm gonna run it up, though you know your fun is up. James knew back when I was coming up. Didn't wanna know then, now I bet they loving us no more. No R&R's, the bar is raised. If you know me, now I can bar for days. Nothing left to prove, cause I've done enough, lights out, still gonna keep the torch. Show you look a piece.